What is going on, you guys? Today I have another quick video review for you. This one is from a channel called Meds Travel, and it's called How I Would Start Over If I Only Had $5,000 and I Had to Leave the US Today. Let's get into it.
What if you had to leave the US tomorrow and all you had was $5,000? Not $5,000 a month, just $5,000 cash or in your bank account to start over somewhere new. This sounds extreme, but it's more common than you think. Whether it's burnout, you lost your job, a mental health spiral, or just a feeling that your life you're living isn't the one you want, that reset button starts to look pretty tempting. The problem is $5,000 barely gets you a month in most US cities. But overseas, in the right place, with the right approach, it can go a long way. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how I'd actually do it, where I'd land, how I'd live, what I'd avoid, and how to stretch that money without living like a monk. Let's get into it. First, why 5,000? Because it's just enough to do this safely, and just little enough that you can't afford many mistakes. That's why you're here. It forces clarity. We're talking one-way flight, a roof over your head, food, transport, and enough buffer to breathe while you get your footing. That's the plan. And to make it work, you've got to be deliberate. So where would I go? Of course, Southeast Asia, without question. You want countries where the US dollar goes far. Rent is reasonable, food is cheap, and you can legally stay long enough to make something happen.
100 a month for that, by the way. And he's going to tell you where, but that is absolutely nuts. And this is why you can pull it off. Get that $5,000 emergency fund. Ideally more. But if you have to, you can pull it off with this, and this guy's going to tell you how.
Starting from scratch, my top picks would definitely be Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, or Malaysia. Da Nang, Vietnam has the edge if you want a beach city with solid infrastructure, but none of the chaos of Saigon or Hanoi. Vietnam's 90-day e-visa is only about $25 and takes minutes to apply online. Apartments near the beach go for $200 to $300 a month, and you don't need to lock into a long lease. Most landlords might ask for 1 month up front or not at all. Cambodia, especially Siem Reap or Phnom Penh, is another easy landing. A tourist visa is $30. It's online, it's extendable, and you'll find rentals from $150 to $250 a month. English is common, expat life is easy, and people are incredibly welcoming. Cambodia also has one of the most flexible long-stay visa policies in this region, which matters when you're trying to get to stability quick. Chiang Mai, Thailand, that's the old standby for a reason. Clean air in the dry season, great coffee culture, and food so cheap and good, it's almost comical. You can stay visa-free for 30 days at the moment, and extensions or border runs are pretty manageable. That gives you time to figure things out without legal stress. Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur or Penang are great too. They're a little pricier, but modern, English-speaking people, and 90 days visa-free for Americans. If you're someone who needs infrastructure and creature comforts, it's hard to beat Malaysia. So now you've picked your spot. What about the
By the way, I was looking at condos in the Philippines the other day, and some of them, I mean, they ranged, right? But some of them were around like $250 a month there too, with all the basic necessities, maybe even like a pool and like a gym inside the apartment as well. So you can't really beat that. So this guy, he knows what he's talking about.
Assume around a $500 to $700 flight from most US cities to Southeast Asia, if you book it smartly. Midweek departures, booking 6 to 8 weeks out, using Google Flight Alerts, all of that helps your case. I've even seen tickets from LA to Bangkok for under $500 if you catch it at the exact right time. If you're in a real pinch, airline credit cards with welcome bonuses can offset some or all of that. Many offer $300 to $500 back after your first purchase. Just don't forget to cancel the card before the annual fee hits. Once you land, expect some small startup.
By the way, it could be like $300 to $500 to fly in the US, like 2 states over. This guy is talking about, and it's true because I have seen it. I was looking at flights to the Philippines, obviously, and it was talking about, like, it was like $400, $500 for a flight all the way over there, which is basically as far as you can go from the US, right? So if you hit it at the right time of day, the right time of week, you can get that, and then cheap rent, and really set yourself up for success.
Cost, airport transfer, a SIM card, and maybe grabbing a few groceries on the way to the apartment. But it's minor stuff. A local SIM with data runs $5 to $10, and that can last a month. Now, housing. A part most people overthink and overpay. This is where Southeast Asia really shines. For $200 to $300 a month, you can land a furnished studio with AC, Wi-Fi, and a private bathroom, often within walking distance of cafes or the beach. I found my last place in Vietnam through Facebook Marketplace. No brokers, no drama, no deposit, just messaged the landlord, met the next day, paid first month. If you're nervous about jumping in right away, guest house.
Look at those places he was showing, by the way. He was swiping through on sites, like what the pictures of some of these apartments or condos look like. That's probably a lot nicer than your apartment in the US or whatever Western country you're watching from.
Houses and hostels that rent by the month are a great safety net. I've stayed in some for as low as $150 to $200 a month. Clean, friendly, and way more flexible than Airbnb. You don't need to lock in anything long-term. Give yourself a couple weeks to explore the area before committing to a specific neighborhood long-term. Now, food. This is where most Americans start laughing because you can eat better than you did at home for a quarter of the cost. Street food in Vietnam, you're looking at $1 for a hot bowl of pho. A rice plate with grilled pork in Cambodia, $1.50. Add in fresh fruit smoothies, iced coffee, and local snacks, and you're eating like royalty for $5 to $7 a day. Markets are your friend. Learn a few words, grab fresh veggies, eggs, noodles, and cook at home if you want to. Stretch your budget even further. But honestly, at these prices, most people eat out about 90% of the time, and they still come in under $200 a month. Transportation, also cheap. Motorbike rentals, around $60 a month. Gas is maybe another $10, or skip the bike. Grab rides, tuk-tuks, buses, they're all there. They're all affordable. Utilities and internet usually run $30 to $50 a month if they're not already included in your rent. And mobile data plans are dirt cheap. I pay about $5 a month for unlimited LTE. Let's talk about safety net. Out of that $5,000, I'd keep at least $500 tucked away untouched. Emergency buffer, medical, last minute travel, or a situation where you just need to get out now. If you can stretch it to $1,000, even better. Southeast Asia is safe, but stuff happens. Having that fallback is the difference between confident and panic. Also, make sure you've got at least one reliable way to move money internationally. Wise is what I use. There's low fees, fast transfers. Set that up before you leave. Don't rely on just one bank or one card. So what happens after month 1? That's when things get interesting. Once you've got your routine, your rent sorted, your meals down, and your SIM card topped up, the next goal is sustainability long term. How are you going to support yourself? A lot of people take those first few months to either build a freelance income or explore remote job options. Teaching English online, doing virtual assistant work, video editing, coding, customer support. There's tons of ways to even earn $500 to $1,000 a month online. More than enough to cover the budget that I just said about life abroad. Facebook groups, co-working spaces, expat meetups, those are your lifelines for finding connections, gigs, and tips. Every country has its own.
This is huge, by the way. Do not ignore me when I say this. Expat communities. Meet other expats and digital nomads. It doesn't matter what country they're from. Maybe it's better if they're from your country too, but it really doesn't matter because they all have made this happen. They have a remote job. They become a digital nomad. Maybe they have their own business and they're self-employed. You could learn a lot from them. Don't make my mistake. What I did a lot is I liked going to the gym, working, and just doing my own thing, right? Like I was recording some YouTube videos, I was going on some dates, right? And I wasn't doing enough like connecting with other people, basically. Networking was the word I was looking for, right? But I would really strongly suggest making friends with more people that are expats and such. It's going to give you a lot of leverage. You're going to learn a lot from them as well. And you can basically ensure by doing that that other people will support you and teach you how to stay abroad and build this life so you never have to go back home. You save more money than you ever did. And you're going to be wondering why you didn't just leave sooner, basically. So take it from me, connect with other expats.
Version of digital nomads in blank city or expats in blank city. Join those before you even try to book the flight. The main thing is don't isolate yourself when you get there. It's easier than ever to find community abroad, and you'll learn everything 10 times faster by being around people who've already done it. Starting over isn't just about.
And this is why I said that, because I believe truly that that's one of the reasons I had to move back home. It's because I isolated myself too much and didn't connect with enough people who were working remote jobs or being like self-employed or their own businesses.
Surviving. It's about momentum. Once you get past that first month, the learning curve flattens fast. And suddenly that $5,000 doesn't feel like a lifeline anymore. It feels like the smartest money you've ever spent. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a long-term plan carved in stone. You just need to land, live smart, and give yourself a real shot. If I had to leave the US tomorrow and all I had was $5,000, I wouldn't panic. I'd book a flight, pack light, and start again, knowing that a different kind of life is not only possible, it's already waiting. If this gives you a clear picture of how to make it work, hit like, drop a comment, or share this with.
Yeah, guys, an awesome video by this guy, Med's channel. Go check his channel out. Subscribe over here as well. I'm building to 1,000 subscribers right now so that I can help more people understand how to live a life by design and be just more confident in what you're doing. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.